Hello, welcome back to Oolykee Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources. Today we're gonna start top 5s. Top 5 best maps as of December 2020. Okay, that being said, disclaimer. This is just my opinion. This is the maps I played on, or intend to play on, or did extensive testing on, and this is just my opinion. I'm not an expert, so just a suggestion for new players, old ones as well. If you like the list, check out the maps. Prove me wrong, whatever you feel see fit, and just leave a comment in the comment section. Thanks. Also, they're in no particular order, there's no lineup, there's not top anything, actually they're all top 5, but there's no 5, 4, 3, 2, but there is one. I will definitely say the number 1 map, in my opinion, but the rest of them, doesn't matter in what order they go, they are equally good to me. I love them all. Right, first, Memaslawia. This is the map featured a few days ago in our Mod Monday, and I consider it to be one of the nicest looking maps, geographically, one of the nicest looking maps with enormous potential. From the big city planning right around this area, to the resources who are scarce but realistic, to the big rivers that allow you to use both trains and the boats for shipping your goods around. It's just absolutely stunning. This is one of the nicest geographical, if not the nicest geographical map. The features, the riversides, the connections to the neighboring countries, everything is absolutely stunning. There's a lot of work went into this map, and I really love it. This map was made by BD, that's why Memaslawia. It's a fictional mountainous region with a large complex river system. I would like to read your opinions, so write me in the comments. Have fun and thank you. This is a quite short description of it. Usually in the rest of the maps we're gonna have a little bit more detailed description, even a story behind a couple of them. So let's check real quickly what it has. It has a large-ish coal reserves in this would be eastern part, and then we have some iron reserves. Most of the iron or biggest reserves are in the central area of the map. Quite significant oil reserves on the river island that you can see also in the middle of the map, and slightly towards northwest. That would be southwest. We have additional oil reserves. We have a limited amount of uranium ore and even more scarce bauxite ore. But if you watch our tutorials, documentaries on import-based economies, those are just the numbers. You can always import all the resources you need or raw materials. Okay, this is definitely one of my favorite maps, and right, let's move on. Okay, moving on to another one with a scarce description. My old map upgraded with uranium and bauxite deposits. This is fictional Soviet Republic with Czech motifs, number 2. This is made by Prosektom, and this is one of my favorite maps. It definitely has small rolling hills all over the country, couple of rivers that are not quite navigable, but you can do something about it. This is also one of the basics for other maps as well, but this is really beautiful geography. Now, you guys probably already know what's my favorite map here, and this is the basics for this map. This is the original, this is how it was meant to be. This is beautiful map with a lot of cities connected with a lot of beautiful roads, and it's just amazing. This map definitely deserves to be on top 5, and this is why I put it in here. Now, you have resources. I'm going to show you where. They're kind of here and there all over the place. You can see most of your resources with iron, coal, oil, uranium and bauxite here on the map. It has everything, but it's all over the place. Literally, you don't know where you want to start with this map, where you want to start developing, because every single part of the map has a different benefit to it. You have oil reserves on one side, coal reserves on several different places. You can pick wherever you want and start from there. You're definitely not gonna make a mistake. Absolutely stunning map, a stunning geography, and absolutely everything is top notch. So, the third one, Krasnozemsky Socialist Federal Republic, made by Liberatian. Description. Comrades, I present you attention a television station made in the style of the Stalinist Empire. It's an ideal of 40s and 50s. As you can see, it took a Frotzy model for which many thanks to him. Here's a link to the original. Just change the textures to change in the game. You need to follow the few simple steps. Subscribe, go to. You have all these things concerning the map in the description. You know, it's not really poetic, but the map definitely is. Okay, let's check it out. First, let's see with the resources. You have a nice body of water here if you want to do your shipping. It's connected to Soviet countries. Rivers are barely enough to do shipping with it, but I did it. We have series in Krasnozemsky and I enjoyed quite a lot. Unfortunately, in that map I didn't expand everywhere where I wanted to. So this is something that you're gonna have to do it. I'm gonna show you a couple of significant features. First of all, you have coal everywhere. Coal is quite predominant on the map, as is iron, so you're not gonna run out of resources. Not my favorite thing, because I like to run out of resources because it's challenging, but this one is definitely fun as hell. Bauxite, uranium ore, whatever you want. Uranium is the scarcest mineral you have on the map. You can find it in the southeast near the Soviet border and the northwest as well. Unfortunately, northwest doesn't have any starting cities, while the other places do. Now let's check a little bit of features. You have a big swamp here that is swimming on oil. Trust me, there's a lot of oil here. You probably want to build a refinery near Krasnozemsk, which is the capital of this area. And of course, you have a lot of different features, like this washed out bridge, wooden bridge, that didn't survive the test of time. There's actually several of them that you will have to rebuild if you want to use them in the future. Details around this map are absolutely stunning. You can see the rivers here. I use them for shipping. They are 100% passable by ships, so bear in mind that you can actually use them. This is one of the villages I was using and to grow a huge city, and yeah, this is the map that I fell into, the map making, where I started appreciating maps a little bit more. You have some basic infrastructure everywhere, asphalt roads, even some interesting intersections like we can see here. Definitely something to pay attention to. This is a really beautiful map, and definitely on my top 5 list. Liberatian Socialist Republic, or Liberatia. 66th Private Tarnet 18CZ. This is the map maker of this map. I'm gonna read a word or two about this map, so bear with me. There are two versions of this map, populated and unpopulated. This is the populated version. Usually I show populated versions just because they're more full of life and how the cities look like. You also have unpopulated versions as well. Quick description: terrain: west-north mountains with evergreen forest, east rather flat with the Dactus forest and farms, south is a coastline, populated, several historical cities, some of them still have their defensive walls, and plenty of villages, no industry, no modern buildings, keep the spirit of the original game. Points of interest: central highlands, rich of coal and iron, lower parts of the main river rich on oil, 3 castles on the water reserve, churches, some cities have more than one, makes it a little bit easier to explain them. I think challenge. I would say it's difficult. Map resources are plentiful and nicely scattered around, yet I think I didn't do it too abundant. I hope you'll have fun. Roleplay story. There's a roleplay story as well. I'm gonna leave that to you guys. I'm gonna just show you basic description of this map. Of course, we did series on this map as well. We developed Ligan port over there, which is close to the sea shore, where we use ships to export, and of course you have Zirion border as well. There's an oil resource around here, but let me show you the map first. So this is the map. This is coal. It's quite plentiful. I don't think it's challenging at all. It's not that challenging, so I think it's really interesting to play. You have a lot of resources, whatever you want. Of course, you have iron as well, more or less where coal is located, so you wouldn't have any problems combining those two industries. Of course, oil is, in my from my side, it's the most important resource on the map and most profitable one. So you can see here on the map the oil resource. Of course, you're gonna have to dig in a little bit deeper inland to start processing that, and probably I would be exporting this with ships or rail, because the road crossings are not so good. Here we go, you can always use rail, your own rail, and then use shipping from the Soviet side if you wish to export some of the oil. We have swamp area around here, and of course this one is full of oil. This is where most of your refining can be done. Of course, you have the uranium, couple of areas where uranium can be mined. And of course bauxite, a little bit rarer, but currently we don't need so much of it on the map. So let's see some key features. We started here with this Highland castle. This way Hasberg Castle, and has a couple of churches. Of course, like they mentioned, they still have old walls. Now this is a genius idea where they actually used bridges and they lowered them down underneath the ground, so they kind of act like walls. It looks really beautiful. Unfortunately, it's not so useful to develop this city area because you don't have a lot of probably if you install a public transport system and then build the rest of the city outside, this is what I try to do, and that would probably work the best. But these cities are, I believe I would be using them for tourism right now. Of course, you have a beautiful city here on the coast that I used to develop, Legenport, sorry. It's built on a river mount and a river delta, and we use that, and with a really beautiful cathedral uphill, zigzagging road towards uphill. The map is just stunning. It's just beautiful. I haven't had the chance to play more than half of this map, so I kind of regret that, but you know, world has to move on. You have a big accumulation lake here for probably would be power production. Unfortunately, we don't have any water production around here. And details about this map, around this map, are absolutely stunning. You have castles on the lakes, on the lake islands. You have buildings you have cities on the hilltops. You have cities surrounded by walls on both sides of the river. It's just a beautiful map. Right. Okay, let's move to the number one and my favorite map. Welcome to Ceanwu Republic. Probably if you are a follower of this channel, you already know we just made 135, I think you watched, episodes of this series on this map. This is Ceanwu Republic, made by Kostsi CZ. Now this is a socialist map with Czech motifs redone. This map is, I would say, totally different, but it's a lot different than that map. It actually has infrastructure lying everywhere that you can use, repair, and use and make it for a future use. You have highways which are overgrown, and the whole map has a story. There's a lore. It's a really long one. I'm gonna start reading it, but I will not go all the way through because it's a long one, and we did follow this in our series, so if you want to check out that, definitely do it, because it's a beautiful map, beautiful story, and if I may say so, beautiful series. It's absolutely a masterpiece. I'm not the original author of this map. I just modified it heavily and added lore. These are words by Kostsi CZ. Original map, there's a link there by Prosectom. Give him some love. It's a great map as it is in original. Lore, it's 1961, Ceanwu Republic is struggling heavily. After previous leader of the country fled behind the western border, inspectors from the Eastern Bloc are shocked with the state of the Republic. Not only previous leader is a traitor, but he completely ruined the economy by poor leadership and corruption. His plan to build a highway from capital city Hermenica to important transport city of Usti, failed big time. Only first part was finished with 2 tunnels, both priced at more than 200,000 rubles. Rest is just dirt road, and the whole highway is now swamped with bushes and vegetation. Same goes for a lot of roads. Once fully functional, now with broken asphalt and vegetation growing on them. Some even completely disappearing. I will not continue reading this anymore because it goes for a while, but definitely this is a beautiful map, and the story behind it. This is the highway that is described that goes through the mountains. These are the tunnels just we are flying over, and the rest of it is the mud roads. You have a lot of railroads that are not finished or fell into disrepair, and in the series we actually rebuild the whole highway as the crooked president envisioned it. We developed a lot of nuclear industries, we developed a lot of plastics and chemical industry. It's a huge development, huge country. We're trying to get to 1 million people. I'm not sure if we're gonna make it, but that's kind of the goal of the whole gameplay. There are a lot of beautiful cities on both sides of the rivers. I never tried using rivers for exporting as an navigable. I used it to build low bridges, and that's more or less it. The country, the map is stunning. It has canyons, it has rivers. It's one of those maps that you wish that you have a water physics like in games like in Skylines, where once if you do, you would probably be building dams all over the place. So it's in my eyes, this is the best map in the game as of now. December 2020. Oh, there's a huge oil field here. But let's check the resources that the map provides us with. So you have a coal resource over here, and because there's a story behind it, and they tell you this in a story, if you read the storyline, you have some infrastructure, and these strategically placed mines are something that you can actually exploit, and they have a high quality mines there. This is the coal mine that we used for most of our series. We did expand later on, but the Dukla mine is one of the initial structures that you get. I didn't build anything here, everything was set from before. Rozhna 1 is the uranium mine that is operational as well. Of course, you have a lot of farms lying everywhere around, and you have a lumber industry as well. There is a lot of stuff that you need to discover on your own, and all the cities are really well connected. You just have to upgrade some of the roads, and the view is just stunning. Endless forests, winding rivers, absolutely beautiful. This is the best map, at least in my opinion, in workers and resources, and definitely takes the #1 spot. Rest of the 4 of them that you saw in this video, that's 2 to 4, not in any particular order, but this because of the lore, because of the additions that was made to a Socialist Republic with Czech motifs, I believe is the name of the map. This is definitely the best map in the game. Guys, I hope you like this presentation. If you did, I'm gonna make more of them, best mods, 5 best mods, or most used mods, anything like that. But just leave a comment in the comment section. I really hope that this helped some of you to check out what are the best maps. And for other modders watching this, guys, you're doing an amazing job. Just push it a little bit, just push it a little bit more. It's gonna be awesome. We have a really bright future with this game. Guys, thanks for everything, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.